Hey guys, this is a new video from Product Pro by Joel. It's me. So let's talk about the data processing using AWS. So today we'll talk about one specific tool which called the EMR. It's one of the best tools that AWS provides for you to work with big data. Let's go through that amazing tool. So let's understand what EMR. EMR means Elastic Map Reduce. Um, it's a tool that is for big data using widely used tools in the market, such as Apache Spark, Apache Hive, Apache HBase, Apache Flink, and Presto. Made to work with immense or huge loads, petabytes of data using low-cost processing speed up to 3 times faster than other marketing and standard Apache Spark. So if you have a tool or have your own premises and you are running your own things in Apache Spark, your MapReduce in your own computer, your own server and clusters, probably EMR will be 3 times better. So this is a benchmark that they provide for you with all the specifications you can see there. And in Project Pro, we have a lot of tools there and a lot of projects for you using EMR, using PySpark, using HBase, MapReduce. So a lot of different tools using PySpark, using Python, using Java, or all the tools. Just let's go through some kind of the mainly benefits that you can get from EMR. So the first one, it's simple. Why that means it's simple? So you can use, for example, the simplicity about creating and scaling the cluster. So if you are going to on-premises, you will see there you need to buy clusters or servers. And to create the clusters, you need to hire some company like Hortonworks or Cloudera. Nowadays, they are just one company, so you don't have these distributions. Now it's just called Cloudera, and it's one of the main and the biggest on-premise provider for Hadoop ecosystem. Okay, knowing that, you know that it's so expensive because we have their licenses. You need to buy their machines, or you can buy other machines, but they recommend some specific. And you need all the setup and all the maintenance, all the electricity. You need to buy a lot of space to store that servers. Okay, that's one of the topics. But when you talk about EMR, you don't need all that tools. You don't need all that people talking to you and signing things. You can just go through there right now and test it. You will set up in just a few steps. Probably in the near future, we'll have a project pro template that I will show you how to use EMR in real life in specific projects. But let's go by the most not hands-on part. Let's go for that now. And knowing that will be very fast and quickly for you to set up all that tools. Using EMR, it's simple. You just select the cluster, select the distribution, select the tools you want to use, and just next, and forward, and you will close and create your environment. So you can use there, for example, one of the best tools to programming using Python or PySpark to access all the tools. You can use, for example, the notebooks. So notebooks, collaborative, you can share with your whole team. So it's very easy and friendly user for you to use and work with data, and already integrated to some kind of data lake you can create using S3, AWS S3. The other part is low cost. So EMR use different kind of payments for instances. For example, you can use on-demand model. You can use to reserve it. You can use spot instances. Depend of the use and kind of tool you are choosing and are picking. You can pay more or less, but for spot type, this one, you can get like 90% off of the on-demand value. But remember, you're talking about spot instances, so they are ephemeral. So it's kind of you are paying a specific value, but if someone pay more, they will get your instance. So, but that is not a problem because EMR can work very well with parallelism and fault tolerance, so you don't get all these cons when you are working with with spot stance. So you can get a lot of spot stances and process very fast your data, and so you don't need you don't care about this ephemeral status of the spot stance. You care more about how much money you will save using spot stances. Let's go for elasticity, or how elastic this EMR can be. When we talk about big data on premises, as I said, you need to buy their service. You need to buy the computers to store this. You need to buy the storage. You need to rent or buy some building to store it. You need to hire people to work on that. So thinking about that, it's kind of complex to manage this scenario. So it's big. It's expensive. Think even if you're working just with a small room, like a bedroom with 10 servers there, you are paying for the energy, even if it is in your room. So this make noise, this use a lot of energy, and you need to update that. And after some quite time, they will get like ephemeral. So there will be other softwares, and you can install or update more the servers. So it's bad to maintain this. So you need to buy and renew your own servers. So with this scenario, you understand that it's expensive to scale. What I mean scale, if you're running, for example, you get a client and you are working, even if you're working with Project Pro, that is the best templates you can get in the market, about the performances, about the speed, and about the easily and friendly way to use and read and go through the documentations about Project Pro. Even if you're using that, if you get like your first client and you are working like with one terabyte of data, it's one thing. But if this client has some kind of vegetative growth of data, so it's data that is growing every day. So we are storing. So in the near future, in 1 year after you get this client, they have 2 terabytes of data. So think about that. So even if at the best performance, you can store that. So you need to buy new servers. But after some time, they just say, okay, I don't want to work with you. I want you to work with a different provider, because, or you are just stopping, going out of the market. So what we will do with all that servers that we invest some money? So you need to think about the ROI, so the return of the investment about that machine. So you don't have scalability and elasticity anyway in that scenario. So you need to worry how you are using this specific tools, because you need to be clever and smart in that scenario. So if today you have like 1 terabyte working and you are working with EMR, deal. You can go in the EMR, configure how much compute power you need, and it's done. So you just set it, you run, and you can destroy your infrastructure. So just as I said, the cloud infrastructure, you pay as you go. So you pay as you are using the specific tool. So you don't need to invest anything. You just run, and after this, it's off. It's done. So you don't need to worry anymore about anything in this process. And reliable. This is another benefit you can get from EMR. So the reliability, you don't need to manage the instance, because when you allocate several master nodes, we manage to maintain high availability and fault tolerance. When the node fails, you have nodes to replace and support the load. What that mean? When I talk about reliability, even if we're talking about big data, most of the frameworks and the architecture behind Hadoop ecosystem. So EMR is about MapReduce, is based in Hadoop. So you have fault tolerance. You have masters and other nodes where they manage the workflows, they manage the parallelism behind the scenes. So they manage all the parts. So if some nodes go off, for example, if you're using spot stance, that is not a problem, because if that stance is down, you have others to be replaced in your workload, so you don't lose data. So it's fault tolerance. So when you talk about fault tolerance, you talk about reliability. Okay, and let's get some case there. You can use Project Pro to define your project, or create something for your clients, or even at your work. So let's go for machine learning. So we have a lot of different tools and a lot of different projects you can get and learn in Project Pro to use machine learning. There you can use a lot of tools differently. You can use that inside EMR, such as Spark machine learning library, TensorFlow, that's just one of the best. And you can get out of that inside Project Pro, and you can use this inside EMR. So machine learning, if you don't know, it's a way to teach some kind of algorithm to learn to do some repetitive and learn something with that. For example, identify if it's a bot or it's not. Like you remember when you are signing something and you need to click that you are not a bot. So you need to click in some images, for example, cars. So this is some kind of things that you can get from machine learning. And you can do this using EMR. Structured transform and load, or called by ETL. There are a lot of different projects about ETL inside Project Pro. Are amazing projects, very reliable, and it's very easy and very easy to use this kind of tools and projects inside Project Pro and inside EMR. So you can get the best of the both worlds, the best of the templates inside Project Pro and the best inside EMR to run and test all your environments. For example, you can get some data from, for example, Twitter, and get all the Twitters, identify like sentiments using machine learning. But first you need to get the data. So to get the specific data, so you get a lot of tweets from Twitter, and we're storing where? You can store inside AWS, inside EMR, or you can save inside S3. But where we are running this specific code that is getting all the data from Twitter, you can get that and run this Project Pro inside EMR. So it can be a Java project, can be a Python project, or it can be just a Python with Spark that is called PySpark. You can run this as well inside EMR. And we talk about interactive analysis. What I mean? Interactive analysis means that we can get the result and outputs in real time. What I mean of that? For example, Jupyter notebooks. You can run Jupyter notebooks inside EMR, where it's very friendly to use and test and develop, and you can even export the outcome of these and create a new project. We have a lot of different projects in Project Pro that we can use and run these notebooks inside EMR. So we already have they done, and we just need to adapt if you want to use. But most of them you don't need to adapt anything. They are ready to run. So it's just plug and play. But engineers and scientists can use Jupyter. It's not just for data science. You can use this as a data engineer as well. And the best things, you can version in this, and you can use colleagues and to collaborate in the same development space. So we have your environment, you're running all the things. For example, have your EMR cluster, and all the developers in your company can run their things inside EMR. For example, if they are running a lot of different projects from Project Pro, you can get them and run simultaneously inside EMR. One of the tools you can use in EMR is S3, EMR file system, or EMRFS, DynamoDB, RDS, Redshift, AWS data pipelines are easily integrated with their data sources inside EMR. So you can get all the data sources you can get inside AWS. You can get and move all the data inside EMR. So it's one of the amazing tools. Is one of the best. Now it's replacing the Cloudera distribution in on-premise. A lot of tools are using that because it's fast, it's reliable, it's cost optimized, and very easy to use. So knowing all that things, you can run all the Project Pros inside EMR. I mean, like almost 90% of the Project Pro you can run inside EMR, because EMR, it's an amazing tool. You can run everything there, even just a raw specific code, because it's a lot of machines working together, and you can run and get the best of performance and parallelism inside this environment. Okay, now with that, I see you. If you like this video, if you want to learn more about Project Pro, you can see the things in the link above us. If you like the video, share with your colleagues, with your friends, and see you next time. Bye bye.